Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Alex's Life and Thoughts. Today, we're going to be talking about Once Upon a Time in Dollywood, which is Ashley Jordan's debut book. This is the August 2025 Reese Witherspoon book club pick. I was quite surprised by this book club selection. Even though it wasn't a favorite read of Reese Witherspoon's book club book, it definitely holds significant value. And I found the various topics in this book engaging, and it became quite apparent to me that this was more than just a romance novel. The exploration of interracial relationships and the experiences of a Black woman added depth to the narrative. The portrayal of toxic family dynamics was both relatable and challenging to read, yet I believe it's an essential aspect of the story. I appreciated how the two main characters navigated their uncomfortable family situations. And what I liked about this book was that it was not something that Reese Witherspoon usually picks. She usually picks pretty white bread, pretty a lot of times just kind of books that are not as gritty as Read with Jenna. Not as much diversity, and I think that this book is a really good choice for her to pick for her book club. This was not, again, I didn't love this, but I appreciated that she picked this book. I appreciated that she picked Ashley Jordan, a young Black woman author who this is her first book, and I think that she has a lot to say, and I'm looking forward to seeing what she says next and how she uses her voice. So, Eve Ambrose is an up and coming playwright, but her personal life is unraveling. In search of new beginnings, she ends her engagement, distances herself from her parents, and heads to the mountains of Tennessee. However, maintaining the pretense of a simple writing retreat proves challenging amid the well-meaning locals and a neighbor who shares her burdens. Jamie Gallagher, coming off a bitter custody battle, is redefining his life as a single father. Spending more time in his cozy cabin helps alleviate the emptiness of his newfound freedom, especially after he crosses paths with the beautiful yet guarded woman next door, aka Eve. The last thing he wants to do is complicate his family life with his new romance, but there's an undeniable connection with Eve. What begins as a casual fling quickly deepens into something more profound, and soon Eve finds herself pulling away once again. Having experienced heartbreak in every conceivable way, she fears that taking another chance on love might shatter herself all over again. This is a deeply emotional book about healing and trauma. There are some trigger warnings like miscarriages and narcissistic exes and bad family dynamics. And so if you are sensitive to those subjects, I would stay away from this book. But it follows two people trying to rebuild after their life falls into disarray. This was a deeply emotional book about healing and trauma, following two people trying to rebuild their lives. So, the narrative unfolds after several months, which I appreciated as it allowed for significant personal growth and reflection. However, the romance sparks are almost instant, which felt like an odd choice given the characters' past experiences with their previous relationships. It quickly becomes physical. I mean, it's a very sexual book. Um, the sex scenes are pretty graphic. They're not as bad as like 50 Shades of Grey or something, but it's pretty, PG-13. Um, there's some spice in the book, just letting you know. Um, so making the story kind of somewhat prolonged, there were numerous moments of just living life, and that didn't always feel engaging, particularly since the romance tension was so resolved so early in the plot. So, you know, I'm going to give this a 3 stars. Um, I'm interested in what she has to say. I'm, like I said before, I think I read her author's note, and she really just started off as someone that watched The Walking Dead, I think, or something like that, Walking Dead. And she was on Reddit and she wrote like short stories about it. And people were like, wow, you're really good. And so she just was like, you know what, maybe I'm going to write a story. And then, like 5 or 6 years later, her book gets picked by Reese Witherspoon's book club. Like, that is incredible to me. And I am so happy for her. I don't even know this woman, obviously, but it's such a major accomplishment for anyone, let alone a first time author getting a major book club book. So I got to hand it to her. I think that she is I'm interested in to hear what she has to say moving forward, because I know that she is going to write, some books pretty soon. I don't know, but I'm sure she's gonna come up with the next book. So yeah, it's a 3 stars for me. Pick this up from the library or garage sale. I wouldn't pay full price for this. I paid full price, but it was also 40% off, and I had some coupons and things. So the book came about $8 for me, and usually the not hardcover, it's like a paperback book, is like $15, but I got it for pretty cheap because I had sales and all that stuff, and I had coupons and all that stuff at Target. So yeah, I wouldn't buy that full price, but I'm really happy that Reese Witherspoon took a chance and is becoming more diverse in her book choices. So thank you so much for watching. Take care and have a great day or a great night when you watch this, and keep reading. Take care. Bye.